Two Toyotas, two sizes, two very different personalities. The freshly updated 2026 Corolla Cross is the value-packed urban crossover that just got smarter inside. The all-new 6th-generation 2026 RAV4 is now hybrid-only, adds a stronger plug-in option, and launches Toyota's newest safety and software tech. If you're cross-shopping these two, stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one fits your life, your commute, and your budget. Park them side by side and the difference is immediate. The 2026 Corolla Cross gets two distinct front ends this year, a color-matched, cleaner look for the hybrid and a bolder, wide-mouth grille for the gas version. There's also a tidied-up center console and, on upper trims, a larger 10.5-inch touchscreen that modernizes the dash without going full spaceship. It's compact on the outside and easy to thread through tight city streets. By contrast, the 2026 RAV4 has grown into a more expressive, chunkier aesthetic with three styles: Core, Rugged, and Sport, spanning grades like LE, XLE, Limited, Woodland, SE, XSE, and the first-ever GR Sport. It looks wider, stands taller on available 20-inch wheels, and makes more of a statement at a trailhead or a family driveway. Inside, RAV4 adopts a slimmer 10.5-inch center screen or an available 12.9-inch unit and a standard 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, integrating digital HVAC controls along the bottom of the display. On space, Toyota hasn't posted final RAV4 cargo numbers yet for the new generation, but the outgoing model was already one of the class leaders at about 37.5 cubic feet behind the second row and nearly 70 with the seats down, and early previews suggest Toyota isn't moving backward here. The Corolla Cross counters with a smaller footprint and a still useful load bay. Toyota cites up to 52 cubic feet with the rear seats folded, which is generous for the segment and very handy for weekend hauls. If you routinely carry strollers, bikes, or a dog creed, the RAV4's extra volume will make life easier. If you're city-based and value parking ease, the Corolla Cross is friendlier day-to-day. Let's talk about motivation. Corolla Cross offers two routes. Gas models use a 2-liter 4-cylinder with 169 horsepower and a CVT, available with front or all-wheel drive. If you want more punch and considerably better efficiency, the Corolla Cross Hybrid steps up with Toyota's 5th-generation hybrid system and standard electronic on-demand all-wheel drive. Combined output is 196 horsepower, and Toyota quotes a 0 to 60 time of about 8 seconds, genuinely sprightly for this class. The RAV4 strategy for 2026 is electrified only, no pure gas trims anymore. The standard setup is a hybrid. For the first time, you can choose front-wheel drive on select grades at 226 combined HP or go all-wheel drive with 236 HP thanks to the latest 5th-gen hybrid hardware. If you want max power and EV driving, the new plug-in hybrid is the range topper with up to 320 combined system HP and standard all-wheel drive. That's a serious shove for a family SUV and a notable step up from the previous Prime. In short, Corolla Cross Hybrid feels quick enough and confident in city traffic, while the RAV4 lineup, especially the PHEV, brings the kind of pace that makes highway merges or mountain passes effortless. If acceleration matters, or if your route includes steep grades with a full load, the RAV4's extra power is worth it. Corolla Cross Hybrid is the no-drama efficiency hero. Toyota estimates 42 miles per gallon combined across hybrid grades, with gas models carrying manufacturer estimates of up to 32 miles per gallon combined in front-wheel drive, or around 30 combined with all-wheel drive. That's simple, predictable, and cheap to run. The 2026 RAV4's official EPA numbers weren't published at the time this script was written, but Toyota's previous hybrid RAV4s landed right around the 39 to 40 miles per gallon combined mark, and Toyota's own messaging suggests the new hardware should at least match that. The big news is the PHEV. Toyota now targets about 50 miles of electric-only range, up from 42, and it adds DC fast charging capability on XSE and Woodland grades, letting you go from 10% to 80% in roughly 30 minutes. There's also an upgraded onboard AC charger up to 11 kilowatts available. That's unusually flexible for a plug-in hybrid and massively expands how often you can run local errands on electricity alone. So the matrix is simple. Want hybrid-level MPG at a lower price? Corolla Cross Hybrid. Want meaningful EV range and the option to refuel with electrons quickly? RAV4 PHEV. On the road, Corolla Cross leans into a composed car-like feel. It's easy to place with good visibility and a ride tuned for everyday comfort. The hybrid's all-wheel drive adds confidence in wet or dusty conditions without dragging fuel economy. It's the kind of crossover that disappears, in a good way, during commuting. RAV4, especially in Woodland and the new GR Sport grade, aims for a more confident, planted vibe. Toyota increased structural rigidity and refined mounting points to cut micro-vibrations and road noise. The GR Sport goes further with GR-tuned suspension and steering and wider stance 20-inch wheels, turning the family Toyota into something that actually feels a bit special on a twisty road. If you enjoy driving or just want the most refined long-distance cruiser, RAV4 is the step up. Towing is a clear separator. Corolla Cross is rated up to 1,500 pounds, handy for a small utility trailer or lightweight toys. The RAV4, on the other hand, can tow up to 3,500 pounds on many all-wheel drive grades in both HEV and PHEV forms, while the front-wheel drive and LE all-wheel drive models are rated at 1,750 pounds. If your weekends include a pair of jet skis or a compact camper, the RAV4's extra volume matters. Woodland also adds a higher ride height and all-terrain tires for mild trail duty. Corolla Cross modernizes for 2026 with a newly available 10.5-inch Toyota audio multimedia touchscreen on higher trims, plus either a 7-inch multi-information display or an available 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster depending on grade. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, with available JBL audio and conveniences like key wireless charging and extra USB-C ports. It's a meaningful upgrade over earlier years and makes the cabin feel current without overwhelming you with menus. The RAV4 takes a bigger leap. It's the first Toyota to launch on the Air software platform. Think of it as Toyota's foundation for faster, more capable infotainment and safety updates. Every RAV4 gets a standard 12.3-inch digital cluster, and center screens are either a slim 10.5-inch unit or a larger 12.9-inch unit upgrade, depending on trim. Toyota's reworked audio multimedia system features a persistently available home button, quicker voice assistant responses, and native navigation that can integrate into the cluster. Premium audio is on the menu too. The overall effect is a cabin that feels more upscale and future-proof than past Toyota SUVs. Safety is strong on both, but the RAV4 debuts Toyota Safety Sense 4.0. It's an evolution of the brand's standard active safety suite, powered by the Air software platform for improved detection and the potential for deeper updates over time. Corolla Cross continues with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 across all grades, which remains comprehensive. Features like pre-collision with pedestrian detection, lane tracing assist, and full-speed range dynamic radar cruise control are standard. If you want Toyota's newest generation of driver assistance in an SUV, RAV4 is the tip of the spear this year. Toyota will announce final pricing closer to on-sale dates for both vehicles. But here's the structure. Corolla Cross comes as gas L, LE, and XLE with front or all-wheel drive, and as hybrid S, SE, and XSE with standard E all-wheel drive. The big changes for 2026 are styling front and rear, the tidier console, the availability of the 10.5-inch screen, and an expanded color palette including Cavalry Blue. It's expected to reach US dealers later this year. RAV4's lineup is broader. Styles are Core, Rugged, and Sport. Core includes LE, XLE, and Limited. Rugged is the standalone Woodland, and Sport includes SE, XSE, and the first-ever GR Sport. Powertrains are HEV in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and PHEV with standard all-wheel drive. The PHEV expands from 2 grades to 4, and certain PHEV trims gain DC fast charge capability. US arrivals begin later this year with pricing announced closer to launch. Toyota's core coverage remains a strong value proposition. Both vehicles include the brand's 36-month or 36,000-mile basic warranty, 60-month powertrain and corrosion perforation coverage, and extended hybrid component coverage. Hybrid batteries are covered for up to 10 years or 150,000 miles, and Toyota Care provides 2 years or 25,000 miles of factory-scheduled maintenance plus roadside assistance. These policies continue to make hybrid math easier to justify over time. If you're a city or inner suburban driver, the Corolla Cross nails the fundamentals. It's easy to park, easy on fuel, and the hybrid standard all-wheel drive gives you traction without the weight and cost of a traditional system. The refreshed interior with the bigger screen on upper trims makes daily life nicer. For solo commuters, couples, or young families with one car seat and the stroller, it's the just right Toyota, especially if your road trips are occasional and you don't tow. If your life involves longer drives, heavier cargo, or you just want more power under your right foot, the RAV4 is the right move. The HEV is the mainstream sweet spot and introduces front-wheel drive as a more affordable entry this year, while all-wheel drive variants push output to 236 horsepower. If you can charge at home or at work, the PHEV's 50-mile EV range can cover a lot of daily miles without burning fuel, yet still give you 320 horsepower and a hybrid safety net for road trips. The new interior tech and TSS 4.0 also future-proof the cabin and driver assistance story. Here's the bottom line. If you want the most affordable path into a new Toyota crossover with legit efficiency and enough space for everyday life, the 2026 Corolla Cross, especially as a hybrid, deserves to be at the top of your list. It's frugal, easy to live with, and now looks and feels more modern inside. If you want more of everything, more power, more tech, more towing, more room, the 2026 RAV4 is the better tool. The HEV gives you the efficiency you expect in a larger package, and the PHEV is the stealthy performance pick that can run errands on electrons, crush a highway trip, and still tow like a champ. That's range, speed, and versatility in one badge. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, subscribe, and drop your use case in the comments. City commuter, weekend adventurer, new family, or road tripper. I'll reply with a build recommendation that fits your budget and driving. Thanks for watching.